Beats craze.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Give double honors to the elders who rule well. And say honors and Shalom to all the brothers out there doing the work in truth and sincerity. All right, so Brother Alazar Banloy here. The first lesson that you should learn when you come into the truth is not Revelations 1 and 14. It's not Deuteronomy 28 and 68. The first lesson you should learn in the truth is humility. Why do I say this? The first thing a lot of brothers I've seen do when they first come into or hear about the knowledge, not even come into when they first hear about the knowledge, they first get introduced to this whole Hebrew Israelite thing. We are coming in with preconceived notions from Christianity. A lot of us. With that being said, your first instinct when you hear this information and all these things being relayed is to basically engage in a debate. Asking questions like, nah, ain't it like this? Well, ain't it like that? Ain't it like that? Ain't it like that? And eventually you see the answers there, the scriptures is coming out, and your argument getting smaller and smaller, and you have to shut up and you have to take your hat off and say, well, look, you got it. You got the truth. That is an ultimate show of humility, to admit that you were wrong and you didn't know what you were talking about, and the individual you were conversing with has far more knowledge on the topic being discussed than you do. That is extreme humility. And that is the first thing a lot of brothers got to learn when they first come into the truth. Is that extreme humility? Like, damn, I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. These dudes got the truth. These are the niggas I need to listen to. You understand what I'm saying? That is one of the first things you should, not one of, that's the first thing you should learn, humility. Now, some brothers didn't come in with that combative attitude towards the information they was hearing. Which is good too. Some brothers realize they got 2 ears and 1 mouth and just shut the fuck up and listen and learn, recognizing that they didn't have the proper knowledge, wisdom, understanding about the information being conveyed. I know I was one of them. I didn't ask any questions, at first. I just shut the fuck up and listen, because I heard Elder Gabar especially used to hammer that point in. Listen. Just be quiet and listen. You'll learn something. And that's what I did. I shut up, I listened, and I learned through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Call Halal Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai for that. But that's something that a brother got to learn, and that's the first thing you got to learn is that humility. If you got to just be quiet and learn, or in the few questions that you ask, and when you see you getting break down and you don't really know what you're talking about, acknowledge that, recognize that, be quiet and learn. You got to have that humility, and humility plays such an instrumental role in walking this walk that we walk in and ultimately obtaining salvation. Okay, this is Matthew 18 and 4. Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. So humility plays an instrumental role in salvation, because if you humble yourself as a little child, you will be called the greatest in the kingdom. Okay, so that's how far humility will take you. Okay, so that's why humility is a beautiful thing, and it is the first thing you should learn in this truth. Then comes everything else. But the first thing you should learn in this truth is being humble. Because when you're humble, then you're able to receive the information that's being relayed. You're able to hear and retain Revelations, the 1st chapter, the 14th verse, and understand that who the world intimately calls Christ's real name, Yahweh Shai, is a black man. And then Deuteronomy 28:68, how your people were carried away in slave ships just as the Israelites were prophesied to come in slave ships. But you have to be humble in order to receive that information. Okay, through the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Psalms 10:17. Lord, thou hast heard the desire of the humble. Thou wilt prepare their heart. Thou wilt cause thine ear to hear. So the heart of the humble is that is prepared. What is it getting prepared for? The kingdom. It is being prepared to receive that salvation. And that's what the brothers who are in this truth, the elect that's in this truth, in truth and sincerity, are being prepared for this kingdom. Okay? For their humility. The humble brothers. Okay? The elect is going to be humble brothers. This is Proverbs 29:23. A man's pride shall bring him low, but honor shall uphold the humble in spirit. So it's telling us here that humility and being humble, having that quality of humility, is honorable and it will uphold you. So, the scriptures are clear. Humility is one of the greatest traits you should have, and it is the first lesson that you should learn in the truth, because ultimately, again, it is going to be key to your salvation. And with that, Shalom.